What's going on, everybody, and welcome on into the Putter in the Book show, season 8, episode number 2. Talking about the New York Metropolitans here, as always. Very early on in the season, but still, obviously, plenty to talk about. And we'll get to a lot of that stuff, including what just went on the road trip, some injury updates, and whether or not sometimes injuries are a good thing or a bad thing. But before we get started, I got my good friend, Mr. DFA himself. He's been DFA and mofos and actual physical things.
Equipment.
What's going on, Keith?
What's up, guys? Just DFA in the house. There's a lot of DFA going on in the Mets. It's all imaginary, and I wouldn't want it to actually happen. But been a lot of DFAs going on this week, specifically Lindor's glove yesterday.
Oh, help me.
No, I did. I sent Lindor's glove down. We brought up a new piece of equipment. And it's looking better today.
Glad you're on it.
Somebody's got to be. Somebody's got to be.
You, Mister, I get arrested at political events. That guy did kind of sort of resemble Rodriguez, right? Anyway.
I told you you want me to say what I said in the chat, don't you? I'm not going to say it, but
no, you're right. But yeah, it popped up. Holy shit, that's Rodriguez.
that would not happen to me. Let's just
because you wouldn't act like that much of an idiot. But yeah, anyway.
A little bit of that. A little bit of that. Yeah. I'm not going to say none of that. I'm just going to say a little bit of that.
Yeah, no, that guy was an idiot. I mean, come on.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Anyway, nobody knows what we're talking about. We'll move along.
Real interesting.
Inside baseball, insider trading right there. Rodriguez, how's it hanging?
Oh, you sounded like you were talking from the mother.
Yeah, what was going on? Was somebody pulling on your nards from down below? What's going on? You sounded a little weird.
No, nobody's down there.
Nobody there, huh?
You sound like he was a Borg.
No small people. Little person. A Borg. Wow, Keith.
No Borgs.
Okay. All right, Keith.
Good pull, right?
No Borg. Star Trek, no Borg. Yeah, we're good. We're good, man. I'm ready to start the show. We're going to start a show here or what? What are we doing?
We are, again, little absenteeism today.
How are you doing, Farace? Farace? Since we need to ask now every week.
Yeah.
Every week we have
Nobody cares.
How you doing? No, we don't. But how you doing? Tell the world. Tell the world. Posterity. Tell them, everybody.
I'm fine. I'm good.
No, tell us a little more, honey.
You see, you had nothing.
Well, if you really want to talk about what I want to do, the next
show.
Okay. Sorry. We want to start. Are we going to start the show now? We don't. The Knicks talk later. Okay. All right, people, welcome on back in. Let's get started here. Right off the bat here, we just came off of this 6-game road trip. First out to Sacramento.
What's up with Keith and his little cherry face? It's like he got slapped all over the face or something. He's all red. What's going on, Larry?
Probably the lighting.
By the lighting?
Probably the lighting.
Yeah. All right. He got home too late last night. He got roughed up.
Got a little bit roughed up. It's like,
I was in bed by like 9:30 because I had to be up so early.
Yeah, but were you at home?
Hold on.
Wow.
He spent too much time in hair and makeup. That's what happened.
Yeah, I think I also have the effect on. You guys don't want to really see how I look.
Aww.
Oh, okay.
Oh, actually, no, I don't have it on at all. Let me turn on. See what happens.
Please turn it on.
Wow.
Wow. Look at it.
He looks like one of those little chubby cherubs and stuff, from the.
Aw.
All right, here, ready? I gotcha.
You're not reeling us back ever, Farace.
Come on.
Never try that.
All right, so we went to Sacramento. 3-game set there. It took 2 out of 3. Then on to Minneapolis, where we lost 2 out of 3 in freezing cold, sub-frigid temperatures. But first of all, no excuse. It's cold though, but no, absolutely no excuse. First of all, Keith, what'd you think about Sacramento? I feel like it felt better. Felt like a better product was being put on the field because the stadium looked more, fuller. Maybe
box. And it's so small.
Let's put the Marlins in a minor league stadium. They don't deserve their own stadium. Let's put the Marlins in the Tampa in a.
Yeah, I mean, the Mets performed well there. We won the series. Pitching, of course, did well. We struggled still with runners in scoring position and leaving runners on base. But it does seem like some of our key hitters are starting to come out of it. It looks like Vientos is starting to see the ball a little better. Winker seems to be pulling through a lot better. I see a good, I love Winker, but I see a good momentum on the team that was proven in Sacramento. Let's skip Minnesota. Let's go on to the next homestand.
The last day and a half.
Yeah, the last 2 days, it was hard to watch as a fan. I mean, it's early, so it's not like indicative of like what we're gonna be, but the errors by Lindor, just some bonehead plays, the complete lack of ability for anybody not named Alonso to get a key hit. It's been frustrating. And that stupid double play, that first base Soto ground out double play. I mean, it's been frustrating to say the least. But obviously, this is not what that team was made of. That's what I'm just saying. Let's get the hell out of Minnesota because the last 2 games were a bit of a nightmare for me as a fan.
Well, then the umpire missed a call today, and I was like cursing the guy out, like you stupid douchebag, blah 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 blah, and then he got hit with a 100-mile-an-hour line drive to the coconut.
Very nice.
Hopefully he's okay. I haven't heard anything. He got up, a couple minutes later, but shouldn't miss any calls though.
And a little inside baseball. I was actually messaging with Farace before that, and I was like, "This is such nonsense." And I think it was right after that first base double play.
That's
crap. Yeah. When we had 0 outs and the bases loaded, I specifically said, "Oh, we're going to get 3 outs now and score no runs," and that's exactly what happened. So I was just double pissed that I was right. I was hoping that they would just prove me wrong, but it didn't happen. And I just said, I can't watch this no more because of my own sanity. And I shut the game off. And then when I turned it back on, suddenly there's an umpire out of the game. We're short an umpire. And all this other stuff happened. I was like, what the heck? I mean, so I went, of course, to Twitter or X or whatever you call it these days. And there was a video of the play right off the guy's noggin. I mean, it's pretty vicious.
It was terrible, but whatever. All right.
The reaction was weird. Because he went like he put his arm up like this. Wouldn't you, instead of doing this, like, what are you, Count Dracula, blah blah? Wouldn't you like?
I don't know what he was trying to do. I think he was trying to. I don't know if he was trying to turn. I don't know. It was.
Yeah, he
missed that call too. Yeah, he missed that call too.
I mean,
Rodriguez. It seemed like the same old early season Mets finding ways to win in spite of their inability to hit with runners in scoring position. Somebody in the chat who forgets the rules these days, and I cannot mention the person's name until something appropriate happens. But that person said that the Mets 5 for 28 runners in scoring position. I don't. Hey! Don't be breaking no rules over here, Keith. So, in spite of all that, the pitching staff held, pretty well throughout the road trip. What's your take on the road trip as a whole?
They went on the road
Sacramento.
and they came back 500, right? They came back with a 500 road trip. You want a winning road trip, but you'll take 500 any day as opposed to a losing road trip. You specifically actually said 3 strikeouts when you stopped watching. That's what you specifically said. Okay, and you were almost right after the first one, so you had 2 to go. That's what you specifically said. And the fact is that Farace, that was a nice burn on the ump. I'm going to take a task on it when he missed that call too. But he actually really, really missed that call, and it's Harry it's what is it, Horatio Wendelstadt or something?
Wendelstadt.
Humbert, what?
You got hit in the head after the call.
Engelbert,
not before.
It was Engelbert Humperdinck.
That guy.
Wendelstadt. He actually deserved to get hit in the head because that was a bad call. That probably will fix his vision because he was probably looking at shit like this. That's why he made the bad call. When I hit in the head, he'll probably be straight now. But
there you go, Terzio.
500.
My ex-wife is always in scoring position. Beautiful. Well done.
Dang, Terzio is back. See?
That's gonna be tough to top.
Terzio, you made my show today. I mean, it's been a long time coming. You've been slacking. Farace's been letting you on without any of the jokes because he's a slacker and he's a softie. I would have cut you a long time ago, but that made up for it. That was a good joke.
Hunter.
Dude, 500
Hunter
was good.
said.
Hunter. Oh, Hunter. Okay, yeah, he should have hunted for.
Is he related to the other Wendelstadt that got?
Apparently, guy's name is Harry Wendelstadt. This guy's name is Hunter.
Yeah.
They should have called him Biff Wendelstadt or Ken Wendelstadt.
Hey, Biff.
Hunter. It's the same dumb name. The Mets are lucky. They faced 2 teams that are not great teams. Otherwise, they could have lost all 6 games because their pitching is holding tough. But if you don't put pressure with your offense, you're gonna lose games. And with strong teams that are coming up, the Mets need to start hitting. If they play like they did on this road trip, they're gonna go 1-5. And that whole beginning of the season, Keith is gonna try and kill Farace. Farace is gonna try and kill Keith, and I'm just gonna laugh about it. So it'll be fine. However, we need to get a little better offensively.
Sergio, save that one for next week.
And defensively.
Yeah.
So some rankings here for you. Mets are.
Here we go. With
20,
the stats.
22nd in baseball in hitting, with a 219 overall average. They're number one in all of baseball in team ERA at a 2.38. And they are they're 4th in the league in errors, and 4th least amount of errors. Sorry, they have 8 total.
I don't believe that.
They have 8 total errors for Lindor.
That's a lie. That's a lie. I don't believe it.
8 total. There's a team out there with. I don't want to. I did that before.
I still don't believe you.
Lindor had a really rough start.
Wait. I'm not done yet, Keith. The most impressive, I think. We're not going to say more impressive than the pitching, but the early season ability of our catchers to throw out base runners. Top 4 in all of baseball in stolen base caught stealing percentage, and that's pretty impressive. We had some big complaints about that last year, and that's some pitchers are holding on the runners a little bit more, and that's what's going on behind the plate. And let's see what happens when Alvarez gets back.
But pitchers can't hold runners on anymore. They took that away from them. They only give them 2 throws to first base. 2 throws to first base is nothing.
That's one of the worst rules.
It's a stupid rule. Just like the runner. Of course you like it because you don't know baseball. Here's the thing: the whole runner thing is stupid too. Of course you like it. Let's speed up the game. Let's make. I don't like the run.
I don't like the runner.
Baseball.
I don't like the runner.
I'm all about speeding up the game, but some rules are stupid, and the 2 throws only is really stupid.
It's
Yeah, how you
annoying.
gonna hold-
Let
how you gonna
me
hold
throw it
somebody
4
on?
times over. But these guys weren't even looking over there.
They're not
Anyway.
gonna throw. They're
I
not
kinda
gonna throw
like it
10
now.
times over if they got fat guys at first base. They're not gonna throw it over for the guy that used to be on our team. What's his name? Big fat
Vogel?
Vogel fat. Yeah, they're gonna throw to first base a couple of. They're only gonna
Big
throw
shout
one
out to
or
Bogey.
a few guys.
He's coming out of retirement, believe it or not. He's coming over to the Mets. But I like what Gary,
No.
I like what Gary said to Keith today. And he said,
It'll take a long time.
I wonder if he's going to hit a leadoff 2-run homer. Let that sit for a second.
They've been Keith has been on some extra stuff early on this season with some of the things he's out there saying.
What do you call that? What do you call that kid?
Eating like an animal.
Yeah, eating like an animal.
A wild little animal.
That's why he's the best. He's like a wild animal, just staring down on it.
Keith Hernandez is not that he ever really gave an F, but right now he's in that age where he just double downs on his not giving an F. He just don't care. He just says,
which is great. It was good for us.
Amazing.
And it's going to get better the older he gets too if he stays on.
He is, and his take on like baseball matters throughout the game is just great. I love Keith Hernandez in the booth, and Gary and Ron.
Best booth in baseball. We've said that many times, and it's proven every week.
Jeff says we have to talk about the bullpen game with all the pitchers and the minors, and the next day off is next Thursday. Bullpen's going to be taxed even more. Confused about that decision. Who is the I can't think of who they sent down, but they can bring him back up because tomorrow, as an exception to the 15-day rule. No, Brazoban, he started today's game. He was the opener. The kid who threw anyway. So normally it would be a 15-day waiting period to be able to bring him back up, but they held a day on putting Jose Siri on the injured list. So now tomorrow they can swap it. So they still get their pitcher back. Is what
so
I'm
we have a coaching staff and a management upper office staff who thinks things through strategically?
A little bit.
Oh, man. If you can believe it.
Hey, listen, Met fans, you can bitch and moan all you want. This is the best organization from top to bottom that in my lifetime, and I lived through the 80s even, where there was some great.
Did you?
This is the best organization I've ever seen. So chill out. It'll work out. Yeah. I mean.
You should be looking in the mirror when you say that, you know.
I'm allowed to get pissed off during a game when they're just doing stupid shit like bouncing to first on a double play and making 2 errors on routine plays, and I'm allowed to get pissed off.
He wasn't trying to bounce. He wasn't trying to hit it there, you know.
Not that he was trying to, but
for a double play. Okay, so you blame. Okay, the guy hit it.
Okay, let me give you a quick scenario, right? Lindor's gloves sucked yesterday. We can all agree on that. Yes, I won't wait for an answer because the answer is yes.
Suck. One error doesn't suck.
His gloves sucked yesterday. End of the story. But then he came up at the end of the game with an opportunity to make up for it, and he blew it. So you know, it as a fan, it pisses me off. And if
I'd rather he blows it on April 15th.
Yeah,
and he takes care of business.
You'll get upset with that. It's just it is.
Of course, I get upset that they lost.
There's a lot of games coming. Come on.
I also know that it's 32 degrees outside, and this asshole's throwing 103 miles an hour.
Okay, but so what? I'm allowed to have fun. And
hold on, wait. Can we talk? Can we talk about that 98 mile an hour splitter he threw?
I can't even.
What is that?
And it was inside.
You hit a 95 mile an hour fastball in warm weather. You hit it wrong, it'll hurt you like heck. But the problem is it would have been nice if you hit it too, like Keith says. A little bit right on that. But 102, dude.
They should have used aluminum bats in that end.
No. Yeah, only us, only our side, right? Only when we were up, not when they're up, because the Yankees are using aluminum bats, aren't they? They let the Yankees use aluminum bats. So why not us?
Okay, wait.
Let's not throw mud because Lindor's using the torpedo bat too. So,
and so is McNeil. It's legal. The only thing that I took exception with was the excuse that the Yankees used for Volpe, saying, "Oh, he was getting jammed all the time." Instead, you could say this provides better coverage on the back. That you don't have to put your guy out there. Was my thing, I guess.
They used him as a scapegoat for the whole thing.
Yeah, and now the guy who invented it or came up with the idea, the physicist or whatever, now he works for the Marlins, and he's getting all this airtime, all these interviews that he's doing all across baseball. And he said, "Oh, I'm so glad everybody's so happy with it." And
you know what's funny? You know what's funny, guys? The genius that came up with that bat hasn't been to a softball game and never, because that's what they do at every softball game that I played in. The bats are loaded. There's no geniuses on there. Those guys are not geniuses. They're just taking the cap off, filling it up with crap, putting the cap back on, stealing it, and boom.
The wood placement is different.
Exactly what they're doing. That wood placement, my ass.
Listen, when I left the bar, went home showered, had breakfast, and wanted to play softball, I was still hitting the ball. No sleep and half drunk. So yeah, you're absolutely right.
Is that
come on?
Is that an attack on Lindor?
What?
That he should be able to do it on no sleep and drunk?
Well, no, I'm not facing.
Yeah, I'm messing with you. Wait, all right. So
I mean, you're facing major league pitchers. I think David Ortiz put it best. You still got to hit the ball. Major league pitchers are not.
He used steroids. He was a steroid boy, David Ortiz.
Oh my God! All right, focus here. Listen, so we're talking about that. I was trying to use that as a transition for Jose Siri, who got he's got a broken shin deal going on there, so he's gonna be out a while. Not somebody who we're gonna necessarily miss based on what he was producing at the time. He was 1 for 20. Good defensive outfielder. But that's kind of what what's his name is.
Taylor.
Tyrone Taylor.
Tyrone.
So Mr. Taylor's out there in center field, it looks like. They talked on one of the press conferences that you might get some
good plays today, didn't he, huh? Made some good plays today, huh, Tyrone? Good job today, Tyrone.
He almost killed the umpire too. But anyway, so Siri's going to be out for a bit. Who do you guys, Rodriguez, start with you? Who do you want to see get the bulk of playing time out there? Is it, bringing like Beatty into left field and then Mo into center, or what? Throwing stuff out there.
Let these guys stay in the infield. McNeil will be back in a couple of days or something like that. Once he comes back, stick him in left field, move Memo over to center, and you got Soto in right, and you're fine. It's the outfield that we had when we were winning before. It's an outfield we could still use. At that same time, you give the young kids a chance to play the infield and see what they got. You keep the kid at second base, even though, I'm starting to think that Keith is almost right today, even though he's insane about a lot of things. But these guys are making terrible plays in the infield, especially Acuna. Beatty has done well, but Acuna throwing the ball on the wrong side. The guy gets to slide home. Falling down, not being in position.
Now you see how baseball is though. Beatty made that really bad throw home, but the catch, I don't remember who was behind the plate, it was Torrens or whoever. He made a great play to tag the runner. Yesterday, Acuna was not as far off, but the catcher didn't make as great a play. That's baseball for you. One guy threw it further away, and we got the guy.
Let me add to that point, right? So the Mets defense in the last couple of days have been a little shoddy, right? Today, Acuna makes a stop up the middle, which is a great stop. He couldn't get the runner out, but the runner could have been on third if he didn't make that stop. It was a good stop. It was a really, really tough play to get anybody out afterwards. But because how the Mets defense has been a little iffy, all of a sudden it's like, oh, why didn't he get somebody out? Acuna is terrible. No, he really made a nice play. And if you think about it, he stopped that runner from going to third on that up the middle base, what would have been a base hit otherwise. And
same with Vientos, right?
Because the Mets defense in general has not been doing well. So it's like,
it's mental mistakes that they're making. They're mental mistakes, and that's why Mendoza has to start getting on these guys and stop being such a friendly coach all the time now. You want to be aggressive. Be aggressive with these guys and get on their ass.
he was aggressive with Budo today with that dumb shit play where he was arguing at first base, David Cohn style.
For 2 minutes of
yeah.
back.
Okay. When I went with that stupid play at first base where the umpire got the call wrong and Budo was arguing and the guy scored from second, and Mendy was letting Budo have it.
Yeah.
But my point, Rodriguez, my point before was that Beatty's throw was further off, but we don't remember it because we got the guy at the plate. Acuna's was off, but we couldn't get the guy at the plate. So that's why Acuna is going to be fresh in our mind. The other big play, I think, was Vientos. the play after that home run got overturned. And the tying run was on second base, and he made that really great play diving towards the line. He didn't make the throw, but he saved the run. So those were little things too.
Those things you want to see. So that's why I like we were saying before, and we mentioned in our chat, was let these guys play now. Siri being hurt could be a godsend for us. It'll let us know if Acuna is a real major league second baseman or not, because he's been playing his whole life. He should know what to do, and playing many games there, we'll see what he's really about. Like, he can save the day by running across the field with his speed and making a great play by center field, around center field, and diving to his left around first base. He made a great play there too, and he threw the guy out. He's defensively, his glove is sweet, and he can play. But again, you'd have to be in the major leagues. You have to be 100% mentally also. And the fact that he didn't cover second base was a huge mistake. And you don't do that in the major leagues. You do that in little league. You do that in high school ball, maybe even college. But once you start playing with the big boys, you can't make those type of mistakes. So we have to see what we have, So I'm all for, when these guys come back, putting Nimmo back in center like he used to be, position him like he used to, so he doesn't look bad. Let him play deep and have him come in, and then because you got plenty of speed in the infield. You
never say Nimmo's name without a passing backhanded compliment.
It's not a backhanded compliment. It's a fact. You want me to lie? It's not. It's the truth. You got to play him deep because he can't go back on the ball. So you got Acuna and you got Lindor, plenty of speed. They can cover right behind second base. So you're good. And Vientos and Beatty at third. And if Beatty starts to hit, the third base coach made a back call. What do you guys think about that, Keith? What do you think about that sending Winker? He should have never have sent Winker. The ball was hit to left field, and the guy was who was the left fielder? Bader? Was it Bader? Even Bader, he was right behind third almost.
But Bader's solid, and it was like mid left field. It wasn't, and he was coming in. So like if a player's from the outfield is coming in, especially from the left field, if he's sending somebody home, the answer is no, you don't run. If he's running up on the ball, then you can think about it. But when he's coming in, because he's got that momentum, it's not
even Bader's shitty arm what throws out Winker. Winker's fast, but I
don't know. I think
Ricky Henderson.
I think Bader's like an all-time all-star after this last 3 games.
I know that other guy who wears halter tops and stuff beat you. I mean,
yeah, he was like he looked like he had an agenda against the Mets. Trading.
He did.
Yeah, apparently, they all seem to have an agenda against us.
Yeah,
that old Skanky wanted to beat us so bad, but he didn't.
No, he didn't. So a couple of guys. So we got Squirrel coming back, like you said, and then last night, Francisco Alvarez. Maybe this is also like a turning point in how we've turned the corner as a franchise. Francisco Alvarez comes up after broken hand, hits a home run. Great. Next at bat gets hit in the same hand.
I really didn't see much about
past regime.
What's the deal with that?
He's good. He's all good. But I feel like Mets' luck has turned. Had this been 5 years ago, that would have been rebroken, and he would have been out for another 8 weeks.
If you're being honest right now, we don't need him right now. We have two catchers that are playing very well. So if he got hurt, and he should really make sure that he's okay, because honestly, Torrens is hitting 300 and throwing people out. So do I want to take a 300 hitting catcher who throws people out, plays good defense for a guy who's going to strike out 2 out of 3 times? I wouldn't. Not right now. Let him get better. Let him get better.
Torrens, as we like to say, he's a backup, and he'll get exposed as such.
He's going to start sucking, and that's when you bring Alvarez in. I'm not getting rid of Alvarez. Don't get it wrong.
I think Torrens will start casting downwards offensively. His defense is always consistent. So if Alvarez were to come back, when he first comes back, they would ease him into the lineup. And I think it'll be good to have him and Torrens kind of splitting time until Alvarez is fully up to speed. I think that'll be great. Yeah. What if he doesn't? Then we look other ways. I think, to your point, if he doesn't, we are able to take that position and rely on it more defensively than offensively because of our lineup. Even though our lineup is not performing right now, but with the players we have in that lineup, it's expected.
We need the offense right now. We need some
power. And they eventually perform.
Just as we need the pop.
More defensive.
Yeah, we do.
We can live with it. Just kind of like how the 86 Mets live with Santana. We can live with Singer and Torrens if we had to. Yeah.
But
we have 6 guys not hitting in the lineup right now.
They're hitting better than the other guys, so I'm not worried about them yet.
Yes, Torrens is hitting better than most of the lineup. I mean, for me right now, the biggest people in the lineup is Pete Alonso and Jesse Winker and Torrens. We'll say Soto because he's constantly on base and he's there to be a run scored. I don't have any issue with his struggles because his struggles are, well, I'll be on base 40% of the time anyway. So that's fine with me any day of the week.
11 straight games on base.
Lindor, what did I say?
No, I said he was on base for 11 straight games. What a struggle.
Right, yes. And Lindor, let's be honest, he's not doing great, but he's doing a lot better than he did last April. So we'll take that as a positive. But yeah, I mean, right. Then you look at Nimmo, 4 home runs, but he's Mendoza line. That's really not good. I'm sorry. You need to be batting at least 250, 260. The 4 home runs, I appreciate it and all, but you need to be getting on base a little more. Sorry, Nimmo. Wake up. Then who else do we have? Taylor. Yeah, he's showing flashes. We don't expect a lot out of him, but we expect more than he's giving. That's for damn sure.
He's playing 2 innings
obviously
next week.
Way underperforming. Huh?
He's playing the last 2 innings of every game starting probably next week. So
right.
Tyrone's going to be on the bench until the last couple of innings. As soon as Big Neil can get his butt back up here, Taylor, he's proven it.
That's why I was saying I think it's going to be really nice to have some fresh, experienced bats come back, especially like Jeff McNeil. And I understand the importance of getting the reps for Beatty and Acuna, but even more so, we need somebody in that lineup that can support the rest of the lineup, especially at the bottom of the lineup that can get on base to allow Lindor and Soto to have an opportunity to drive in some runs. And that's just not happening right now. Even though they're not capitalizing when they do have the chance, but, it is what it is. That's the facts. The facts be the facts.
LOBs, baby. Horrible word.
Yeah.
Awful. And frustrating, to Keith's point.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff was saying we would need Alvy if Vientos and Beatty were hitting. Beatty got a couple of hits today. Maybe that's a sign of things to come because he's at least looking a little bit more confident at the plate. He was first week or 10 games, he was lost up there, just flailing away.
Vientos is showing flashes too. He's hitting the ball really hard. He's getting a couple walks in.
But you hear what Keith Hernandez said yesterday. Sneak over 2 inches so you can cover the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, move inside the box.
He's like, the catcher's not going to notice.
But
that's another one. That's another one he said.
Facing him, and his swing hasn't changed much that I can recognize from last year. It's probably, like Keith said, a lot of his positioning and pitch recognition that's affecting him.
His feet. When he hits the ball to right field and uses the opposite field, his foot has got to shift. It's got to be aiming towards right center. It can't be. It
Little
can't
league,
be
little
aiming. It
league
can't
teachings,
be.
right?
Yeah,
Roger?
it can't come this way. It's got to go that way.
They
So
told us that in little league.
Keith, your cousin's here.
Oh, hey, Tradrav. Hola, mi nombre es Herman Moreder. So I was
Make sure and WhatsApp this person a lot of money. That's to cover the
all right.
cancer.
Oh, is that what he said?
Throat cancer.
Oh, I was going to try to read it.
What? Are we getting solicited live on a podcast? We're really getting solicited for money. Holy
How you know you made it?
Can you see our set? Have you seen what we're working with? You really think we got money to give you? Keith has got a billboard from 1982 back there, you know, that he repainted.
No, that's Citi Field.
With
What
a
are
lot
you
of
talking
stuff.
about? That's the Shea Stadium Apple outside Citi Field.
Yes, I know, Keith.
It's a city.
I don't understand jokes. Was that humor?
Yeah, we've noticed.
All right.
Let's go.
So, like Jeff mentioned in the chat earlier, no days off here. So Mets, that's why they're early. The day game, Roogs. The day game today in Minnesota. It's the Rooster.
It's my buddy.
What's that? What's in the mouth? What do we got there?
That's his
That's
tongue.
in Rugers.
That was in the keys.
Oh, I'm seeing above your head, and it looks like the scar from the Joker.
Oh no, that's my Mets jersey right there. You see that 1986 pinstripe?
Oh, that's the pinstripe. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Jeff makes a good point. He's Nimmo's swinging a lot earlier in the count. A lot of first pitch swings early on.
That pop up today was a fucking joke.
Aggressive.
I'm sorry, I try not to drop the F-bomb, but there's no other way to describe that first pitch pop up as a fucking joke. What are you doing, Nimmo? Take a pitch. When
he's not a leadoff hitter. He's not a leadoff hitter anymore.
He's not. And when you're slumping, take a pitch.
He's trying to hit for power. That's why
but you're slumping. Take a pitch. Sorry, I'm just saying.
You're right. You're not wrong. I'm just telling you that's what he's doing. He's trying to drive.
You're definitely not wrong.
Which he shouldn't worry about. He should worry about getting on base. And that's the key to the game. You can't do anything if you strike out or you pop up. And that you're trying to provide power. You're popping the ball up, dude. Get on base. Let the next guy do his job.
This is not quote word for word. Right. He's doing his job. Exactly. I agree with you. But Soto had said, somebody asked him a certain question about his numbers or his power or whatever it may be. He goes, I don't care. I don't care about home runs. I just want to get on base. This is a team game. I'm playing for my team.
There you go.
So there you go. Of course, people still complain. But that's the truth of the matter is if everybody just concentrated on getting on base and then hitting it out when you had the opportunity to do so, that's great. But if he got on base, and the next person got on base, and the next person got on base, after 4 people getting on base, guess what happens? You score one, maybe 2. So, it's just, when you're slumping with runners in scoring position.
You are a mental case.
I am. Or even runners on base. You need to concentrate more on pushing them along and not hitting that super home run to drive them all in. It's just
you got to think that when there's men on base, the pitcher has to bear down more and he has to actually throw strikes. So it's to your benefit to have men on base. It's definitely you're at disadvantage when there's nobody on base because the pitcher has more positions around the plate that he can throw to and make you fish for it. But if there's men on base, he can't afford to walk you. He has to be around the plate, which gives you a better hitting zone, which means you should hit the ball harder, farther, or somewhere, not up in the air to the catcher.
First freaking pitch. And if the pitcher has to throw, let's say four of was that Duke Nukem? If the pitcher has to throw at least 4 or 5 pitches at a batter, now you're repeating your pitches. Now there's more pitch recognition going on. Now there's more pattern recognition going on.
Recognize this.
The batters should be recognizing YSA.
Sure.
In spite of all that you've heard on the show today, the Mets are 11-7 in first place, coming back home
I
to
know,
Citi
right?
Field.
I know.
Listen, some of the games have been, ugly, obviously, but 11-7 will take it even more so, knowing that this team has not played to their full potential yet. But Cardinals are coming in next. They're a 500 team. Their hitting has been pretty good. They are first in the majors in batting average at 280 as a team. We're at 219. Just, to show you where the gap lies.
What is their pitching at?
Good question here. Well, where'd he go? Maybe you could look that up. I'm gonna go through day by day, but with first guy has a 2.2 ERA. So Canning goes tomorrow for the Mets. He got there's some kind of sickness, some kind of bug going on, so he got bumped from today's game, and so he's gonna pitch tomorrow. He's 1-1, a 4.20 ERA.
So he had diarrhea, basically.
That's yeah. You just put a diaper on at the point. No?
Why not?
All right, and then they who's this guy? Palante. This Andre the tall dude. No, he looks taller in his picture. He is 2-0 so far, 2.20 ERA, a whip of just 1.04. So that's game one.
How many innings has he pitched? 10?
16.
16? Okay.
Well, maybe that's 3 starts, and it's just over 5 innings. 5 a start, so that's not as impressive.
That's way better than Tylor.
Wow. All right, game 2.
Tyler's been pretty good. Sorry, guys.
Oh, hey.
Yeah,
How you doing?
he was great last game. How many innings did he pitch? 3?
Well, listen, we're moving on to this Cardinal series.
We're moving on. Focus, Farace.
Miles Mikolas for the Cardinals. He's 0-2 with a 9 ERA. So kind of the opposite of what we had with the first dude, Palante. Against David Peterson, has pitched well. He's 1-1, a 2.70 ERA. That's Friday night. Saturday, Cardinals, Mets again. Mr. Senga, Mr. Ghost Ball, Mr. Ghost Pitch, 2-0, a 1.06 ERA to start the early going here. Against is it Liberatore? I don't know how to pronounce his name.
You're Italian, aren't you? That's an
No, but that's not. But this dude's not Italian.
What do you mean?
Or maybe he is.
It's a pretty Italian.
He's 6'4", a 6'4" lefty. 1-1, a 3.93 ERA, 3 starts, 18 innings pitched, and a whip below 1.98. So that's a good matchup.
Yeah, but they're 500, right?
They're 500.
So all these ERAs and all this impressive whip means nothing. So if their team doesn't hit, because we have a pretty good pitching staff ourselves, we're gonna beat them.
Yeah. I wanted to see. Maybe I can pull that up, but and then Sunday. All right, that Saturday game is followed up by game 1, Pistons Knicks at the Garden Saturday night. Then Sunday on April 20. Is Sunday Easter?
Yes.
Yeah. 4/20 falls on Easter this year.
Yes.
A battle of ex-skanks.
Oh.
Sonny Gray for the Cardinals, who's 3-0, 3.13 ERA against Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes has been good in the early going, progressing nicely. 2-1, 3.66 ERA.
Yeah, I'm good with that. But Sonny Gray's is a I'd say if he's not a solid number 1, he's like an A-. I mean, he's a pretty good pitcher. He does the job. So, but I think Clay Holmes can keep up with him at least for 5 innings.
Cardinals team ERA, they are 18th in baseball in ERA, 4.07.
So there you go.
So let's see if our 2.38 ERA impacts their 280 average,
All right.
or if they're or the other way around.
I also see that their WHIP is
Whip it good.
1.18 ninth in the league.
They like to get whipped.
Well, let's talk about the whip. Let's talk about the whipping. What do we got here, fellas? It's a 4-game set. Keith?
Oh. It's a tough series because
it hurts when he thinks.
Yeah,
I think
he's like, ow.
Ow. You're making me do it again.
It hurts. It hurts when I think of you. I think that
So creepy. Come on.
I don't want to say it, but I think we're winning. We're not winning the series. We're going 2 out of 2.
Did you say 2 out of 2?
You wanted to say one. Did you want to say only one win? Did you want to say that?
No way.
No, I want to say 3.
Ooh, you sounded like Farace a little bit. You got money on
now
the
he's
Yankee?
now he's just talking. What do you mean?
I don't know.
What?
I'm sorry. Were you saying something? I think that
Among Us.
I think that they're on a little bit of an uptick right now, and our offense is not. Now we could just come in there and just explode offensively and blow them out, but the way we're playing versus the way they're playing, I seriously think we can split this 4-game series.
He thinks we're gonna lose. I'm almost with you, Keith. I'm almost with you. I don't want to say 2-2, but I kind of do want to say. I want to say 1-3, only because of our hitting, which I thought would get better playing these crappy teams that we just played. I thought we'd break out of this little slump, but I'm just gonna change my whole mind. We're gonna take 3 out of 4. Why not be positive? It doesn't cost me anything. I'm not playing.
I'm with Rodriguez here. 3 out of 4. Take care of business. This Cardinals team's not a good team. And then
you gotta play better than today. You gotta play better than today. I'll tell you that now.
Can we do this real quick? We need. You know what, producer Joe, one of his duties when he gets back, whenever that is, he's gonna be the weather guy. Gonna check the forecast, what's going on in these cities, so we can plan ahead of these things.
He's got a hearing coming up next week, so we'll know then.
That's fair. All right. Well, I'll do it real quick here. So, look at this. Beautiful. The bat's got to come on fire. Bat's going to warm up. Tomorrow, 62. In New York. Friday, 63. Saturday, 79 beautiful degrees.
Wait, is producer Joe our weather girl? Because we are totally lacking if that's
I don't know that we want to go that far.
Heels, the skirt, and
no.
Why not? I want to see it.
Put them in a high heels and a skirt. Yeah, do it.
All right, the next series will be the Phillies. Phillies come to town.
Bamboo earrings. Come on, do it for us. Shave that beard. Let's go.
No, we're not going to do that. The weather for that series is not looking so hot. 56 on Monday, Tuesday rain, Wednesday better. So Phillies, Mets. Phillies don't have any pitchers lined up, and the only pitcher that the Mets have lined up is Monday night. Tyler McGill, 2-2, a 1.40 ERA.
Oh, wonderful! Oh, what a wonderful.
1.40.
If he doesn't pitch, his ERA is not going to go up.
He is. He's what?
No, it's true. A pitcher that doesn't pitch the next day, their ERA stays exactly the same.
That's true. That's right. 100% right. His whip leaves a lot to be desired. 1.34 so far.
He's getting a lot better this year. Honestly, for real, all joking aside, Tyler, he's improving this year for sure. So Let's
Can we
just
take
hope
this
that,
segment where he just said that and the last segment where he said the opposite and play them together? When we do that.
I said for real. He's getting better, but
Yes,
I'd love to see him go 6 innings. I'm probably not going to work the next day and celebrate because I don't know if that could ever happen. Big dope. Grip.
It's Mike Pelfrey 2.0. Hopefully not.
Mike Pelfrey was better
at
than
least
that.
don't have
Better
that
than Mike.
freaking-
I would put Mike Pelfrey in his place any day.
No.
Any day I would put Mike Pelfrey. I would cut Ty Law and bring in Mike Pelfrey
No, I wouldn't.
at the same age in a heartbeat.
Pelfrey can keep it in his fucking mouthpiece.
Wow. I want to take a look
That
here.
was slightly sexual.
But
Anyway,
Mike Pelfrey's best year. You see what you did here, Rodriguez?
no, I don't know. What did I do? Tell me. I made you go to the stats.
His best year of the Met was in 2010. He was 15-9, a 3.66 ERA, 204 innings.
It's not a bad year.
Nope.
I'll take that.
His career with the Mets, 50-54, a 4.36 ERA.
But he pitched. He would pitch into the 7th, 8th, 9th inning. He didn't have a lot of support a lot of times too, but he pitched. The only thing is, if you got a starter in there in the 7th and 8th inning, you're in the game. With this offense, Pelfrey would be 18-5. Think about it.
Yeah, especially where they're performing the first 15
Licking
years.
his stupid forehead sweat. That bothered me so much.
And now he thinks he's a football player.
Poor guy.
He substitutes his pillow for like a mouthpiece.
Okay.
Well, okay. So we can't really call the Philly series based on who's not projected to pitch. So maybe we'll talk about that over the weekend. We'll post some stuff in the Facebook group. Final thing that I want to bring up, Rodriguez.
Go on.
Mr. Hefner. Another step forward in your eyes. The other day, I heard them talking about who was it? Oh, it was
Clay Holmes, right?
Clay Holmes.
Is that what you're going to talk about? Yeah.
Yeah, when he said, he came out there and he said, you lost your grip, you lost your control. Get it back with throw 2 sliders. Do 2 sliders, got out of the inning.
Apparently he got the pitching coach job somehow, right? So he must know something. And he obviously didn't have the overall talent to stay in the majors that long. So he pitched the best with what he had. So he had to be competent in some way. So at least now he's coming out and talking to the pitchers and letting them know, hey guys, why don't you try this? Instead of sitting in the dugout with his thumb up his ass, But now the manager Mendoza's making him come out. So he's doing a job. Good job, Hefner. Good job. Honestly, you're becoming a good pitching coach, and I hated him, but I've been saying it for the last year and a half that he's doing a really good job with these middle inning reliever guys as starters, and hopefully he'll get some youth and 100-mile-an-hour guys that he can actually coach and make better. Yeah, man, Hefner. As a
pitcher, Hefner went 8-15, 4.65 ERA. Decided to go out on top. His first year, 5.09 ERA. Second year, 4.34. He was like, "That's it. Not getting any better than this. I'm out."
There
Most
you go.
pitching coaches are not good pitchers. They're better teachers. It's just, like they know the game so well, and it brought them that far, but their talent wasn't that great. So they take their knowledge and they have a good knack for working with other pitchers. There's 30 teams in the Major League Baseball. Each one has a pitching coach.
Mel Stottlemyre, 2.97 career ERA. Big old Mel Stottlemyre.
There are some.
Stottlemyre was
remember our boy.
He really elevated the Met staff, and then unfortunately the Skanky staff. But we're talking about Hefner right now. We're not talking about a Skanky trader. So if you don't mind, we're going to go back to the Mets and not the Knicks and Yankees.
Ooh.
So Hefner,
Mr. Snippy.
Yeah, there's 30 coaches out there, right? 30 teams. Hefner to me is I don't know where the other ones rank. I don't know enough about them.
Aren't there 32
But
teams?
Is it 32 or 30?
I don't know.
I think it's 30.
Anyway,
That's Farace.
so to me, Hefner happens to be just from based on what I see and how the other teams are, and pitchers coming over here just to work with him. He's got to be top 3 in baseball. Pitching coaches, and there's a reason why they call it the clinic or whatever they call it. You know that when they come over to the Mets, because he has a program that really adapts to the pitchers really well. Look at the pitchers who even left: Severino, Quintana. They're really doing well beyond the Mets, but all of them said the Mets program for pitching was a top best pitching program. So that's a lot. That's a lot, especially from somebody like Severino, who has been through a lot of success and failure. For him to really just credit the Mets coaching staff, it's a compliment to the Mets management and, of course, the staff. So I love it.
So yeah, it's like this guy's kind of like becoming what's his name from Minnesota, the quarterback whisperer, where guys like Daniel Jones goes to try and revitalize his career. Same Hefner's out there doing his thing with these guys,
Sure.
and that's a Cohen thing too. Cohen, remember, or not necessarily a Cohen thing, but Stearns not wanting to pay big money, big long-term contracts for these pitchers. So he's finding these guys and the clinic to like what you said, Keith, paying off. Yeah, Clay Holmes starting pitcher at $11 million.
Yeah. I can't hear you, Rodriguez. I don't know if there's something wrong with your audio. I can't hear you.
Oh, no.
Don't shut your phone off. Try going out of the room and coming back into the room.
He can hear you. You don't have to.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, we hear you. Okay. Yeah.
Now you're mute again.
All right. You can hear me
There you
now.
go.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can hear you now.
Oh, we don't need these anymore.
Well, we got 3 minutes left here. All right. All right. So,
Okay.
yeah. So that does it for us this week. Let's do a little round robin here and get up on out of here. Keith, what you got here?
I got a
Mr.
couple
DFA.
DFAs right now. I'm whipping it up.
There's something you didn't do last week. Maybe that's why the hitters didn't get it going. You haven't done that in this year, have you?
I'm building the energy like Doctor Strange.
Just like forget your
He thinks
shit.
he's Goku.
Doctor Strange, real
He's
quick.
gonna come and hide.
Have you wow. Have you seen Daredevil Born Again yet?
Yes. Fantastic.
Really good. Really good.
Real
If you're a
good.
Marvel fan and you're a Daredevil fan, get out there and watch it. But not to veer course, because we're not talking about the Knicks, so we won't talk about Marvel, even though Marvel's better than the Knicks. I would say I have a couple DFAs, and I think my first
Spider-Man was a
DFA
Knicks fan.
is
What are you DFAing? I thought you're gonna fuakata somebody.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that too. We're going to get to it. April 15th, Lindor's glove. Your DFA bitch. We called the new glove up from the farm.
Poor Jackie Robinson glove.
Unfortunately, that was Jackie Robinson's day. Jackie Robinson, pioneer. We all love him, but that glove was. Then we have to also DFA Nimmo's bat. I'm calling up a
So
new
we're gonna
bat.
stick with the DFA, huh?
I'm calling a new bat from the minor leagues.
We need DFA the DFA.
Up until Nimmo's hands tomorrow. Then we're going to have to Fuakata somebody. And, honestly, I think my first Fuakata is going to really have to go to – I've been having a hard time, but I'm going to Fuakata Lindor's glove again. Lindor's April 15th glove. Fuakata. Out of here. We got a new glove coming in. Lindor's coming back. And let's go Mets, baby.
All All right, Keith.
All
right.
Just for the record.
Okay.
Ballsy.
Okay. Okay. So let's let's just hope that we pick our offense up a little bit and we score 3 to 4 runs a game and our pitching stays solid. We should be okay. We'll play a little better defense and get McNeil and his golf swing back up and Alvarez too. Hopefully by mid next week they'll be back up and we'll get some offense going. We'll be okay. Lindor's going to be okay, people, no matter what everybody thinks. He'll be fine. It's only April, and if he's making those errors in October, we're still good because that means we're in the series. I'll take it. Make an error in the World Series, Lindor. I dare you. I double dog dare you to make an error in the World Series, Lindor, this year.
Double dog dare you.
All right, let's go Mets. Deuces.
Producer Joe's not here, so I'm like messing with the board. And I thought all this whole time, what is this? Listen.
Sounds like a whip. Or swing and a miss or something.
Every time he played that, I thought he was indicating that was a fastball and went right by. It's a golf swing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What mean,
Producer Joe was
yes.
producing the show, actually, you know. He started to do that this year. Believe it or not.
We can. Producer Joe recorded some final thoughts on the way out. Rodriguez, you didn't get any beauty rest on last week's show, so I'm going to play what he recorded for us for this week's show on the way out. Ready?
Sure. I can't hear it.
It's his typical Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown back there.
All right.
Why can't you hear the noises?
I can't hear the noises anymore. We're having technical difficulties. People.
Okay.
Okay.
Like this now?
This is terrible. Just say goodbye.
Wow. You don't even hear the Let's Go Mets chant.
I said let's go Mets like 4 times before.
Oh, before? No, but did you hear that?
I can't hear it.
That's what I'm saying. We got to figure that out. Producer Joe's got to figure it out. I don't know what's going on here. All right. That does it for us today and for this week. We'll keep you updated on everything that's going on. Hey, Keith's back. In the world of the Mets throughout the Facebook group on into the weekend and into the Philadelphia series next week. But before we go, let's go Knicks.
Screw you, Philly.
Screw you.
Hold